Welcome back to Our Issues Milwaukee. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. Time is moving right along, and before you know it, it will be time for us to head to the polls. The fall primary in Wisconsin is coming up on Tuesday, August 11th, and the fall general election is Tuesday, November 3rd. My first guest is here to tell you everything you need to know to get the ball rolling early. Joe Zepecki is the communications director at For Our Future Wisconsin. How are you, Joe?
I'm good. Thanks for having me, Andrea.
It's a pleasure to have you here. And this is an organization that I don't know a lot about, so I'm eager to hear more about it and what it is you do.
For Our Future was founded in 2016. We've been in Wisconsin ever since by largely organized labor. These are the men and women who work in public sector jobs, private sector jobs, teachers, firefighters, you name it. AFSCME, AFL-CIO, both teachers unions are really the four organizations that came together and said, we need a constant presence on the ground in really competitive states politically in order to build power so that we can see better public policy for working families. So that's why this organization was founded. We've been here since then. We've worked on the races in 2016, 2018 for governor and Senate, president, and also really important local races like the sheriff's race in Milwaukee County a few years ago, like the Supreme Court races in the spring elections. We've been here. We're always trying to empower communities to use their voice and use their power. And that's certainly what we're committed to doing between now and the end of this election.
Yeah, and like I said, right in the open, you look at the calendar, August is not that far away. And so to some people, it may seem like, oh, I've got time. But I always say we dare not forget that we're in the middle of a pandemic. And we remember just a few months back in April, it was almost like pandemonium. The election was on, then it was off, and people were concerned about standing in the long lines and just the health risk and all those things. So we're going to learn from our past experiences, hopefully, and be better prepared. So in your opinion, what are the things that people need to be preparing to do right now in order to prepare to vote and have their voice be heard?
Yeah, so we know that the safest way to vote, regardless of what's happening, right? None of us can see the future. We don't know what the situation is going to be like with COVID in early August. We certainly don't know what it's going to be like in October and November. So what we're encouraging everybody to do today, you don't have to wait, is to request absentee mail-in ballots for the rest of the year. That's 2 more elections. And if you go online to myvote.wi.gov, G-O-V, and if you're already registered and you have a photo ID, you could do it from a smartphone or a tablet. It's pretty straightforward. And then you're on the list and you know that you've got a ballot coming to your home. You can fill it out at your own pace. If there are some, lots of people know what they're going to do in the presidential contest. Not everybody knows who they're going to vote for their state legislator. This way you see the names, you get to do some research and vote at your own pace. There's no reason to delay requesting those absentee ballots. You can go and do it today. And among the benefits of doing it now is you build in time for election officials to make sure they print enough ballots, they print enough envelopes, and build in enough staff time to get those ballots put in the mail on time, to tabulate them when they come back, and to make sure that we know how much in-person voting there needs to be available on election day, on voting day, right? Because that was the scariest part of the April election, was you only had 5 places in the city of Milwaukee where you could go and vote as opposed to 180. The more planning that can be done ahead of time, the more officials know this is how many people have requested and therefore plan to vote by mail versus how many people want to vote in person. Then they can reallocate resources and make sure that even those folks who would prefer to vote in person can do so in a more safe way.
Yeah, and so looking at the absentee ballot in itself, I just want to make sure we kind of cover the basis for individuals who may be a little older, who are not tech savvy. And when you are going online, for one, they do ask for a copy of your ID. And you also have to make sure you don't miss the part where you have to have a witness sign for that absentee ballot as well, because those are things that will allow your absentee ballot to be thrown out. And so all of your work ahead of time will be in vain. So what advice do you have for individuals who may not be, connected to the internet, who may not, understand how to get their ID downloaded into an app like that?
The first thing I would encourage people to do is lean on those folks who you know and love and trust, right? Different generations of folks have different lived experiences, and we all deal with parents and or grandparents who might not be as savvy with the cell phones or the computers, but almost all of them have somebody who's a little bit younger that they can lean on. And there's nothing that says I can't help my mother or grandmother from my phone, take a photo of their picture ID and make sure that their information is entered accurately so that the ballot shows up at their home. That's the kind of support that, frankly, younger people ought to be doing for those older generations, given all that they've done for us.
Yeah, and I think people still can go to the public libraries and kind of utilize their computers and Wi-Fi and things of that nature. So we definitely want to remind people to do that. But if they have any questions outside of going to myvote.wi.gov, they can also call the Milwaukee Election Commission at 414-286-VOTE. That's 286-8683. So let's talk about, the situations that we did witness back in April. You had people who were receiving absentee ballots after the election. You had people who thought they had sent in their absentee ballot, but it never really made it there to be counted. There were a number of things that went on that most people would question this time around, but they have in fact made some adjustments that will make it easier for people to know that their ballot has been received and counted. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so after the April election, the Wisconsin Elections Commission, which is a bipartisan board, there's 3 Republicans and 3 Democrats, they actually agreed on something. They don't always, right?
Right.
We know how politics is these days. They actually agreed that a really easy fix to the vote by mail challenges that affected some people was the use of intelligent barcodes on the envelopes that carry the absentee ballots. Right? So among the additional reasons to go ahead and request your ballot today is if you request that ballot today, that means that on the first day the ballot is available, it should get put in the mail. And if you don't see it in 2 or 3 days, you can log into the website and look up where your ballot is. If it's been lost in the mail, now you know, and you can make plans for a backup ballot to be sent, or to go and vote in person during early voting when maybe there's fewer people at the polls if you're worried about getting sick. So the addition of the intelligent barcodes should really address a lot of these challenges where people went, I requested the ballot and I didn't get it. What do I do now? This way, when you call the elections officials and say, hey, where's my ballot? They're going to be able to tell you exactly where it is and know how to get you a ballot and make sure your vote counts. And that's progress. We learned from our mistakes in that regard.
Absolutely. And at For Our Future Wisconsin, you guys have a thing called relational organizing. So kind of break that down and help us better understand the importance of that.
Yeah, we live in this wild time of COVID where everything has changed. And from the political standpoint, one of the ways that's affected us is nobody really thinks it's a good idea to be sending strangers to go and knock on folks' doors and try to talk to them about politics, right? We're all kind of keeping our distance. Frankly, we're all a little nervous about interacting even with our own families because we want to protect everybody. And so what we have found and what we are asking people to do is the most the biggest impact you can have on politics this year is become what's called a relational organizer. If you care about what's at stake, if you care about what's on the ballot this fall, if you just know how important it is to vote and use your voice to build power, what you should do is make a list. These are the 5 people in my life who I can have really intentional conversations with about the importance of voting, about how to vote. Maybe they're cousins, maybe they're coworkers, maybe it's your kids' friends, people who you know are going to trust you and that you can have a real conversation with. And at For Our Future, we are here to help support those conversations and ensure that we use these relational tools to bring new people into the process, right? Democracy doesn't work and we don't see the change we want and need if it's the same people voting all the time. Now more than ever, we have got to bring new people into this process, young people, people who understand what's at stake in a way that, frankly, a lot of people who are using their voice already know how important it is and are participating. So if you go to forwisconsinsfuture.org, enter your email address, reach out to us. You can find us on Facebook, and we will help you organize your friends, family, neighbors, you name it, to make sure that everybody can get out to vote this fall.
Yeah, and I think with all of the protesting and people coming together to pretty much demand change, I think we're going to see a lot of new people at the polls, because we know that in order to see change, then you have to let your voice be heard by voting. So For Our Future Wisconsin, you guys advocate for progressive issues, causes, and values, such as economic prosperity, building strong public schools, addressing climate change, supporting racial justice, all of those things. And if people would like to read more about what it is you do, then they can certainly go to your website. Again, it's with forwisconsinsfuture.org. I thank you so much for stopping by. And like I said, it seems like we've got some time before the elections, but they are right around the corner. So this conversation couldn't be more timely. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrea. Have a great day.
It's a pleasure. Joe Zepecki is the communications director for Our Future Wisconsin. Go to forwisconsinsfuture.org for more information. And that is going to do it for today's show. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. As always, I thank you for watching, and I do hope you join us again next week as we take another look at our issues, Milwaukee. Have a great day.